Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Blissfully Bloom. I'm Victoria LeBlanc, a self-love and soulful coach, and I'm your host. The intention of this podcast is to guide women to fall in love with themselves, embody confidence, and drop the stories of not good enough. Your soul will awaken to the truth that you have always been worthy. In this remembering, you no longer wait for permission, validation, or acceptance. You choose yourself, and you become a woman who blissfully blooms like a rose, showing the world your authentic self, talents, and gifts because it's your birthright. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Blissfully Bloom. In today's podcast episode, I am going to be diving into your authentic self, what it means to be your authentic self, and how you can start to really feel like you are just in complete alignment with your authenticity, with your true essence. For me, it has been a journey, and a long one at that, and it's still continuing. I think I am evolving, and we all are. As each year passes, I drop interests and I add new ones, and I drop beliefs and I add new ones, and I drop ways of being and I add new ways of being. And this continuous process of letting go, shedding, and then reclaiming, rebirthing, re-stepping into and re-emerging into somebody completely new is the process of evolvement, right? And so some pieces of me that once felt true are no longer true for me, right? And so what's true and what's authentic can actually change and shift as you grow, as you learn and discover more things about yourself. So this process of authenticity really is never ending. And it's a beautiful thing to embrace, because I feel like once we all align ourselves with who we truly are and we step into our authentic selves, we could really start shining our light and just embracing and stepping into new paths that we would have never imagined ourselves to take. We gain that courage from within. We gain that confidence. The more aligned you are to your truth, the more opportunities that you're going to take that are going to be aligned to your purpose, aligned with your values, and everything is just going to flow ever effortlessly and naturally. And you're just going to enjoy the process even more, because when you feel disaligned and disconnected to who you are, you feel that resistance. You feel like something is off. You may start to feel a bit off balance. Fears can start to come up when speaking of our truths. There's a potential there for rejection or disapproval or embarrassment. All of those things that you fear, the rejection, the disapproval, the fear of embarrassment, abandonment, right? All those things are actually outside of your control, because all of those things, other people, the outside world can actually choose. Those are choices, those are the decisions and the responses that you may get from other people. But truth be told, we do not have control of how people respond. We only have control over our inner selves, over our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. not the feelings and emotions of other people. And so if you're allowing the fear of judgment, the fear of rejection, or the fear of being ridiculed to hold you back, you are doing the world a disservice, because now you are quite literally frozen in fear, because you fear of what other people are going to think of you, of how they're going to respond. You allow that fear to hold you back from fully expressing who you are, from fully taking action on the things that are aligned with your soul, are aligned with your soul's desires. And then where are you left? You're left being stopped in your tracks. And instead of taking aligned action and putting yourself out there and stepping outside of your comfort zone, you just keep your true self hidden in the shadows, hidden in the dark. And all it wants is to come out of hiding. All it wants is for you to simply allow it to be present, to allow it to take up space for you, because you are your true self, right? You are what makes up your authentic self. You are keeping yourself in the dark. Give ourselves permission to be that shining light, to embrace our uniqueness, to embrace our own radiance. When you realize that the only person who is holding you back from being you is you, that's when everything can totally shift. You are the one who is making the choice to either not take action, to either keep yourself small, or to either keep your authentic self in the shadows. Nobody else is forcing you to do this. This is the one thing that changed the game for me, because I finally realized, oh my gosh, I don't have to be afraid anymore. I really don't. Because when I fully embrace the idea that, you know what, I am going to be who I am, and if people don't like that, they're not for me. If I am myself completely, I am going to start to attract the people in my life who are my soul sister tribe, right? Not everybody is going to be your cup of tea. And you are not going to be everybody's cup of tea either. It works both ways. Am I going to let the worst case scenario be the one key deciding factor that I'm not going to be who I am here to be? No. You get to decide yes or no. You get to decide how you respond to certain situations. It's taken me so long to get to this point, but I am starting to just fully embody my authentic self, and it has just taken me places that I just never would have thought that I would be. Like sitting here with you, talking to you through a microphone, and sharing my voice, creating podcast content, creating YouTube content, starting my own coaching business, or even hosting self-love women's retreats. I never thought in a million years that I would be where I am today, but it's taken one simple decision to be myself. How can I, and I asked myself this question, how can I be more aligned to myself every single day and just keep saying yes to her. Keep allowing her to be who I am, right? I don't want to be anybody else but me. I don't want to pretend. We're not here to pretend. No. We're here to be our raw selves, to be exactly who we are. And we don't need to put a filter on that. We don't need to shift who we are in order to please anybody else. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's not serving anybody, not even ourselves, right? So why do it? Why continue doing it? Speaking of authentic self, I have created a free self-love workshop all about channeling your authentic self. And during this workshop, you are going to learn the 7 things that might be blocking you from being your authentic, true self. Okay? And then once we become aware of what might be holding us back, then we're going to talk about the truths, right? Because these things that we are holding on to that might be a disservice to us and to others, they are the lies. They are the myths that we have been holding on to. But you are going to unlearn what you have learned and what you have brought on as a habit that has been disempowering for you. And we are going to transform it during this workshop. During this workshop, we're also going to have a group reflection so that we can actually learn from each other, right? I'm hosting the workshop, but we are all teachers here. We could learn something from one another. And another thing to note is that we are going to have an embodiment practice so that we can really express our unique rhythmic movements that our body wants to move and just raise our vibration and get aligned to our true essence. And then we're also going to have a breathwork session. And I'm going to be guiding you through a breathwork where you are just going to feel so lit up and so ready to step into that version of you who fully aligns with her authentic self and that she's proud of, right? You're proud of who you are and you want to show the world who you are because who you are is enough. If you're ready to dive into the self-love workshop, make sure to go ahead and sign up on my Instagram link at my bio. You can click on the link there. It's called links.co. And just click there, scroll down to gifts for you, and there should be a tab called Channel Your Authentic Self Workshop. I will be hosting this workshop on December 14th of 2022, and it will be from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. MST, so Mountain Time Zone. If you cannot make the live version, but I hope you can, I really hope you can, but if you really cannot make it, there will be a live recording for you for a lifetime under the link, okay? So if you miss it, there's always an opportunity to go and watch the recording again, but I really hope to see you there because I love just interacting with you all and building those connections and relationships. So please make it if you can, and I am so excited to see you there. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast episode. Make sure to screenshot the episode, tag me on your stories at blissfully.bloom, and I'll be sure to share your story as well to give you a shout out. And share your key takeaway or insight from the episode, or even share with your family and friends on your Instagram, on your Twitter, on your Facebook, wherever. Whoever, whatever platform that you use, share with everybody the workshop, let them know about it, invite them in. The more the merrier. And yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to leave a rating and review to help the podcast grow. But I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye.